Over the next month, we're going to be working with ground ladders. A lot of times they don't get off the apparatus, don't get practice with, don't used. With all the mid-rise buildings we now have here in town, we're going to be doing some different carries and deployment methods with our ladders. As you can see, they're using the flip to get it onto a high shoulder carry. Notice the hand on the high beam to stabilize the ladder on the outside to get it ready for deployment. We're going to be doing some different carries. By no means are these the only carries that we can use or the best carries, just some different things we picked up and give some ideas. Here we have the low shoulder carry. We'll transition the ladder to our shoulder and we'll use our legs as we slide the ladder up and get it ready for deployment. Here we have the same thing with a high shoulder carry with a 24-foot ladder. Again, watch the hands. Once we get the ladder in position, use our legs and slide it up our shoulder to get it ready for deployment. Most of these are going to be technique and practice to get everything down. Uh, Here we use the 24-foot low shoulder carry. Once we have this ladder ready for deployment, we have to transition to the lower beam. We put our shoulder on the lower beam and we use our legs and we slide the ladder up our shoulder, trying to not extend our arms or our shoulders to prevent injury. Now, here we have the high shoulder carry to show the contrast. Once the ladder is in position, it transitions and goes straight into place. So the high shoulder carry is actually a little bit more efficient for deployment if it is possible. Here we have a multi-ladder deployment by a single firefighter. We're doing the high shoulder carry. Once in position, deploys right up to the structure. You'll lock in the bottom of the ladder with your foot, the back side with your knee, and then you'll elevate the ladder to the desired height, be it a window, a balcony, or roof. Once that is deployed, it'll be set in place, setting the base, getting the correct climbing angle, then the firefighter can grab the secondary ladder. These single firefighter deployments can be used in many of our mid-rise buildings. You could have one firefighter deploying ladders while the rest of the company is getting in an SCBA. So once they are in full SCBA and get to the ladders, they can immediately go in and effect a rescue or do a search. Here's the same exercise using the low shoulder carry and a suitcase carry on the straight ladder. The only difference you'll notice is once you discard the suitcase carry ladder, you get into position, you have to transition this ladder up to your shoulder to make it deploy. So it's a little slower, but sometimes it's easier to carry for some firefighters. Here again, we're locking in the bottom of the ladder with our toe, back sided with our knee, allowing one firefighter to safely control and raise the ladder to the desired height. Now we're going to look a little bit at raising and lowering. We're locking the ladder in with our foot at the base, our knee at the inside. When raising the ladder, we're going to use the hand over hand method. And when lowering the ladder, we can use the hand over hand method, or we can use the hand brake method, where you place your two hands, you let the rope slide between your hands as it's being lowered. By twisting your hands, making the Z, you can use a brake to slow the ladder on descent. Here we're going to show a single firefighter raising a ladder on a harder slick surface such as paving. We're going to butt the ladder against the structure. We're going to do a flat raise. He's going to go to the far end of the ladder, He's chest high, going to extend his hands. Using his legs, he's just going to slide the ladder through his hands on the outer rails as he pushes up the building rather than trying to bench press it or military press the ladder, thus reducing injuries to shoulders. Once in place, we're going to go the same method we would on other surfaces. We're going to lock the ladder in, do a single firefighter raise, thus controlling the ladder with his leg once the ladder is in position. These are just a few of the things we're going to be practicing over the next month. Thank you.